Full transparency moment. I still have my 9 to 5 right now. I am getting 2 paychecks just like you. And every single day I run the exact same system I am about to show you. So I say that to say, I am not ahead of you because I figured out some secret. I am in the trenches with you. And listen, I have made every mistake along the way so that you don't have to. If you have a 9 to 5 and a side hustle, you are getting paid from 2 places, and those 2 deposits are not the same. They do not get handled the same way. And if you've been treating them like they are, you have been losing so much money, probably every single quarter without even realizing it. So this is the system that I am using that will tell me when I am actually ready to leave my job. Not just a feeling, not when I feel like I'm ready, when the math says yes. That is what I am building towards, and that is what I hope I convince you to build towards as well. Before I dive in, tell me in the comments, are both of your paychecks going into the same account? Or have you already started separating things? Listen, this is a judgment-free zone. I just want to know where you are. So drop a comment and let me know what phase you're in. Let me describe what I see a lot of. Your W-2 paycheck will hit your personal account. Then a couple days later, a client will pay their invoice, and that money went where? To the personal account, okay? The same checkings account. And by the end of the month, you cannot tell which money came from your W-2 and which money came from your side hustle. Here's a little statistic. Bank of America did a study on this. 60% of women business owners are self-taught in their financial knowledge, which means the majority of women building something are just figuring it out as they go. And separately, Xero, the accounting software, looked at cash flow across small business owners in the US and found that 45% of small business owners could not pay themselves last year because of cash flow issues. If you are still combining your personal income and your business income, get a separate business account. Quick little story time. I had a client that was making over $1 million in sales per year, and they did not have a separate business account and personal account. I was shocked when I saw their business finances, like $1 million in sales. And because their funds were commingled, this person never had cash flow. As soon as the money came into the account, it was spent. 2 streams of income, 2 different games. Before I show you the routine that I have adapted, I need you to understand why these 2 income streams cannot be handled the same way, because they are structurally different. And once you understand this, everything will change. So when a W-2 paycheck hits, your taxes are already gone. Your employer pulls them before you even see the money. That means you literally cannot accidentally spend your tax money because it never touches your account. The amount is always going to be consistent and it arrives on a schedule. This way, you can build a personal budget around it. Vacations, yes. Shopping, yes. Home decor, yes. That W-2 paycheck is the predictability paycheck. Now, your side hustle income, it's none of those things. You receive the full gross amount, all of it at once. And now you are responsible for setting aside your own taxes. Listen, I have said this in almost every video. The IRS does not care that you forget. They will send you a penalty notice for underpayment like clockwork. Ask me how I know. The timing of your income is unpredictable. Some months your side hustle will bring in $400, and then some months you can bring in $5,000, $10,000, $15,000. And look, if that money is sitting in the same account as your paycheck, you will spend it. Not because you're irresponsible, but because there is no structure telling you not to. And side note, that is one of the reasons why I separated my accounts. All right, like I was saying, you are not irresponsible. There is no structure telling you what to do and what not to do. And one more thing while we're here. If you have an LLC and you are still using your personal checkings account for business transactions, that could be a legal issue before a financial one. Mixing personal business funds is how you lose the liability protection of your limited liability corporation that was supposed to give you. That needs to be corrected before anything else. All right, let's get into it. When the W-2 hits, let me tell you what I do with mine. And I want you to think about this, not just as budgeting, but as preparing for your future. Because right now, while you're still employed, that W-2 is buying you time and stability to build something that can replace it. All right, step one. And I know this is simple, but I do confirm the deposit. I open the banking app and verify the amount matches what is expected. And yes, this sounds obvious, but payroll errors happen, and they happen more commonly than people realize. And if you don't catch it on that same day, it is so much harder to get it fixed. All right, step number 2, be honest about what is a necessity. This means rent, mortgage, utilities, groceries, and transportation. The things you genuinely cannot live without. As a benchmark, your necessities should be around 60% of your take home. If you're way over that, you need to have an honest conversation with yourself, because this usually means that either your rent is too expensive or there's stuff in your needs column that's actually a want. And yeah, I'm talking about subscriptions. And listen, no judgment. I had to have this hard conversation with myself as well. All right, step number 3, automate your savings. Before your paycheck hits, your savings should already be gone. Contact your payroll person, let them know, I want to transfer, even if it's $50, I want to transfer $50 into this other account. When I tell you it makes a difference, it really does. All right, step 4, capture your full employer's retirement match. I cannot stress this enough. When I was in my early 20s, I didn't do this. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I wanted all the money that I could possibly get. I live in an expensive city, and yeah, I needed all that money. But when I got to a place where I could increase my 401k contribution to match, I absolutely did it. So if your employer offers a retirement match and you are not contributing enough to get all of it, you are leaving free money in their pockets every single paycheck. So here's what I want you to do. Go and talk to your HR rep, your payroll people, check your percentage today, and adjust it if you need to. Remember, match contribution. Match. All right, step number 5, intentional spending, not accidental spending. And yes, I intentionally spend. What does this mean? I have a budget for everything that I spend my money on. So yes, I do get to enjoy my money. I am not here to tell you that you can't, but the difference between intentionally deciding to spend on something and not just letting money evaporate without being able to account for it, that's knowing your numbers. So decide in advance what you are going to spend your money on. Okay, so now that you know what I do with my W-2 paycheck and you understand that all of my major bills are taken care of, this is my favorite part, because this is the part that's actually building my exit plan. This is the part that determines whether the side hustle actually builds towards freedom or you're just generating extra money that you can't account for. Okay, the system that I use is called Profit First. It was created by Mike Michalowicz, and it completely changed how I think about money in my business. I read his book when I was starting my accounting firm, but over the past year and a half is when I started to implement the system of Profit First. And listen, I am not the only one. So let me explain it. Traditional accounting says sales minus expenses equals profit, which means profit is whatever survives after you pay everything else. However, Mike's process says profit first. It actually flips it. So it says sales minus profits equals expenses. You take the profit out first. The expenses is what you have left. You work with what you have left. So why does this work? There is something called Parkinson's law, and expenses will naturally expand to fill whatever money is available, okay? As business owners, we know this for a fact. And look, when it comes to money, I need to put systems in place to protect myself from myself. If you see it, you will find a reason to spend it. And Profit First removes that temptation by design. Okay, so let's go into the 5 account structure. To run this system, you will need 5 separate business accounts. All right, listen, I already know what you're thinking, but stay with me, because once you see how it works, it will make sense. So let me walk you through each one. Account number one is your income account. This is called the vault. Every single dollar of your business generated lands in the vault. Nothing gets paid from this account directly. Everything is just transferred out of this account. This account is the first stop for every deposit, okay? Account number two, this is your profit account. This gets funded 5 to 10% of whatever comes in. This is your quarterly distribution. It's your business emergency cushion. It's the proof that you actually are building something. Account number three, this is your owner's pay account. Now, I'm gonna put a little caveat here. For me, I run payroll. The money that I receive from payroll does go into a separate account. So the vault account, it receives everything minus my payroll. But if you're not running payroll, that is perfectly fine. Stick with transferring money into the owner's pay account, okay? So this is your salary. It is 30 to 50% of the revenue. This is what gets transferred to your personal checkings account, or you can set up your business pay account, like I mentioned before. Schedule this payment just like your W-2 payment, because you are the most important employee in your business. So pay yourself like it. Account number four, this is the tax account. You put aside 15 to 20% of your money, because when April comes and the IRS tells you what you owe, you don't need to panic, because you've been paying quarterly taxes and you have the money to pay April 15th if you need to pay. All right, account number five, this is your operating expense account. Everything left over, it will be roughly about 30%, funds your actual business operations. That is softwares, contractors, tools, ads. This is the only account for your bills. That is the rule. All right, so now that you know my system, let me bring you into what I actually do. Remember what I said with my W-2? I automate my transfers, and this has been a lifesaver for me. But if you are not there yet, I am going to explain what the book suggests that you do. So here's what you do. You run the allocation twice a month. You could do it the 15th and the 25th. And whatever has landed in the vault since the last transfer date, you split it across all 4 accounts by percentage. This should take you 10 minutes. You already know your percentages. The accounts are already connected. It's just transfer, transfer, transfer. That is it. You do this whether you have $300 in the vault or you have $7,000 in the vault. The percentages hold up, but the amounts, yeah, they might be a little shaky, but stay strong. Stay strong. And listen, if this sounds like a lot right now, I want you to know that it took me some time to trust the process. But when I started to see my accounts grow, well, I was addicted. Like I had to continue. But I struggled in the beginning, but I can say this system works, and I feel more secure and more ready to take that leap to full-time entrepreneurship. I'm not at the numbers that I would need to be at for full-time entrepreneurship, but with this system, I am getting there. I'm gonna show you what this looks like in real numbers. We're gonna switch screens real quick. Okay, let's get into it. I am going to run this off of $1,500 a month. All right, $750 goes to owner's pay, and $225 go to the tax account, and it does not move until the quarterly payment. And $450 is what I have to run my entire business for that period. That is softwares, contractors, invoices, whatever tools I need, all of it comes out of that $450. Okay, so now let me give you an example for $4,000 a month. Same percentages, different amounts. So 200 goes to profit, 2,000 goes to owner's pay, 600 goes to taxes, and 1,200 for operating expenses. As you can see, this system does not care whether it's a slow month or a strong month. The structure holds up either way. Why this system will tell you that it's time for you to leave your 9 to 5. Okay, here's what changes when you run this system for 12 months. You are going to have data, real data, not feelings, not hope, not a gut sense, but real data. You will be able to review 12 months of allocated logs and see exactly how many months your side hustle covered your personal expenses. You are going to see your average monthly income. And biggest thing, you are going to see how much it costs to run your business. So the decision when to leave your 9 to 5 is not emotional, it's mathematical. So here's an indicator. When your owner's pay consistently meets or exceeds what you need personally, the math has the answer. And the answer is you are ready. This is not a leap in faith, although I do believe in it. I do believe in those. And no matter what you do, you are taking a leap of faith when you're going into full-time entrepreneurship, but you also have the data to back that decision. And listen, I am running this exact system right now while I am building my firm alongside of working as an auditor. I am checking my numbers monthly. I will not leave my 9 to 5 until the math is clear. Y'all know me, I need a spreadsheet to maintain this. I created a tracker and I am gonna give you the same tracker in hopes that it will help you. And let me tell you something, friends, when the day comes where the math says yes, I will let you all know so that we can all celebrate. Okay, and last but not least, I have been dropping this little gem throughout the entire video, but I'm telling you, automate all of it. Because the truth is, you could have willpower 3 months ago, but today it's lacking, okay? But automation doesn't have bad weeks. And automation allows you to play within the parameters that you created. You set it up once and it runs. That is what this system was built for. I am asking you not to be me. If I would have done this when I read the book, I would be a full-time entrepreneur by now. Okay, in the comments, tell me which step felt like the biggest wake-up call. Was it the 2 different tax situations, the 5 accounts, or was it the shock that yes, I am still at my 9 to 5? Until next time, I am Sabrina Michelle. Master your money, build your legacy, and lead with intention. All right, let's make it happen.